The targeted killing of Al Jazeera journalist Anas Al-Sharif in Gaza on Sunday has highlighted just how deadly the Israeli-Hamas war has been for members of the media. At least 5 journalists were killed in that attack alone, and they are far from the only ones. According to the Committee to Protect Journalists, a global nonprofit organization that promotes press freedom worldwide, 192 journalists have been killed since the start of Israel's war in Gaza. At least 184 of them were Palestinians killed by Israel. For more on this, let's bring in Jodie Ginsberg. She is the CEO of the Committee to Protect Journalists. And Jodie, thanks so much for being here with us. As you know, Israel has accused Al-Sharif and other journalists of being members of terrorist groups. And before this attack, though, he denied that, even appealed to your organization over fears he may be assassinated. What kind of impact do those kinds of accusations have on the safety and the credibility of these reporters?
Well, these kinds of allegations deeply affect the credibility of journalists. If you're accused of being a terrorist, accused of being a criminal, which is the kind of accusation that authoritarian regimes use worldwide to discredit journalists, it sows doubt in the mind of the viewer or the reader about the veracity of your reporting. And that's exactly the intention here. We've seen a pattern from Israel, not just in this war, but in the decades preceding, in which the Israeli military has killed journalists and then subsequently accused them of being terrorists without providing any kind of credible evidence or proof. And that's the case as well in the killing of Anas Al-Sharif.
And Jodie, tell us more about the dangers that journalists are facing in Gaza. How is it different here than it has been in other wars when it comes to how they're allowed to do their work?
Well, it's very different to other wars. In other words, wars we might be familiar with the foreign correspondent going in, parachuting in with their helmet on and their flak jacket on to report. In this war, no independent access has been given to any international media since the start of the war, which foreign correspondents say is completely unheard of, certainly in the history of modern warfare. That means that the pressure is entirely on Gazan journalists, Palestinian journalists, to report what's happening in Gaza. And they have been targeted. They have been caught up, obviously, in the bombings that have been, to which Gazans have been subjected more generally. And they're subject to the same kinds of deprivations, so starvation, constant displacement. And of course, that makes it all the harder to report.
Why is it so important to report those stories?
It's vital that we have those stories. We rely on journalists to bring us information that others would prefer to conceal. We rely on journalists to do that here in the United States. But it's vital in a war. In a war, there's the old adage that truth is always the first casualty of war. It's important to have journalists who are able to document what's happening so that people know and understand what the reality is on the ground and can do something to change it.
Jodie, thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate your insight and your time.